So I'm out here at Buena Vista, Colorado, and I'm going to be pacing a couple of different runners for the High Lonesome 100-mile race in the morning. I won't be running until the second half. Runners are not allowed a pacer until the Hancock aid station, which I think is about 48 or so miles into the course. My runner is expected to be there about 7 or so in the evening tomorrow. So most of my day tomorrow will be spent watching those guys on the tracker and hanging out at the start-finish line until it's time for me to head to the aid station. So with the Silver Rush 50 being canceled, I figured it'd be a good idea to try and come out here and do a little bit of work with some people and kind of get a taste for what it's going to be like for me for my other race, which I ended up signing up for, which is the Creed 50. And that'll be on the 25th of July, so next weekend. So I'm planning on doing about 50 miles or so this weekend total, but I will have hopefully anywhere from 4 or 5 hours, maybe up to 6 or 7 hours of rest time in between runners as I wait for my second runner to show up. So I did that intentionally as far as the planning with this. My first runner, his goal is to try and get the race done in 29 hours. And the second runner, she is basically going to try and beat the cutoff. And this particular race has a 37-hour cutoff. So I'm hoping that I will have enough time to rest where I will not be overly fatigued. But I will have plenty of time this week coming up to let my body rest and recover before my actual race next weekend. So come with me on this adventure. I'll be at the start-finish line in the morning, so we'll get some footage of that. And then I will pick up again when I am expecting to see my runner come in. So we'll get some footage of him. I got permission from him to do some recording as well, so we'll get some footage along the way. And hopefully he'll be crushing his time and doing well. But I do expect that there's going to be some hard times and some fatigue along the way. So as always promised, I am going to be as clear with you guys as I can. Not going to hide anything. So if I'm struggling, I'm going to share that with you guys. So remember, we're out here trying to do the hard things. So find something hard to do, commit, and do it. 6 a.m. start for this race. So we got a beautiful sunrise there. This is my first runner, Jonathan. And he's a little excited, a little nervous, as expected. One of the cool things I noticed here was all the different costumes people were wearing. Honestly, it helps the runners be able to find their crew when they're at their aid stations. This was where I picked up my first runner, the Hancock aid station. It's about 7:30 or so in the evening when I arrived there, and my runner showed up right about 8 in the evening So, man, he crushed it. 14 hours to make it 50 miles.
That's night ops.
Yep, getting close.
Last little bit of light before we climb that ridge right ahead there. As you can see, we didn't really have much to show during night ops, so about 10 of the hours was in this inky black, but man, the stars were absolutely gorgeous. I really wish that I'd have been able to capture the Milky Way and how bright those stars were, but unfortunately, this camera's not really designed for that. Finally, the day breaks. It's about 5:45 or so at this point, and man, Jonathan's still moving pretty darn good with about 80 some miles on his feet already, so look at him go. Here we are approaching another aid station, and this one here we were expecting to be able to get some of Jonathan's drop bags, and he was going to have a Red Bull, and unfortunately we still had a little bit less than 2 miles and almost 850 feet of climbing before we were able to hit that next aid station where his supplies were. Through here, we actually heard a couple of moose really making some noise. And again, the quality of the camera, I really couldn't see the moose. Had to zoom in a good bit, and the quality would have been pretty poor. But that was pretty exciting and a little bit nerve-wracking, because if you didn't know this already, moose can be very dangerous animals to be around. This is my second runner, Cindy, and at this point I think we were probably somewhere in the upper 80-mile range, so 88, 89, something like that. And at this point, man, things were starting to heat up pretty good. So at this point, we are well into the 90s. I don't know if we were like 93 or 95 miles in at this point, and the temperatures were just getting outrageous. Luckily, we had some rain Friday, so there was some nice cool water in some of these creeks we were able to stop at and dunk our hats and get some cool water over ourselves. And it may not look like Cindy's moving too fast here, but I'll tell you what, she has some grit and determination that I am absolutely astounded by. She had some stomach issues that were hitting her a little bit earlier in the race, as well as a bunch of blisters. So her grit and determination is something that I am just admiring. I have to admit, I was a little bit nervous about trying to take on something this big only 1 week prior to my own big race, but honestly I learned a good bit. I learned how to use my watch appropriately, which honestly is going to help me perform much better on my own race. Plus, it gave me a lot more confidence that this upcoming race is something that I'm going to be able to tackle, so I have much less nervousness. And luckily, I really didn't hit any super hard spots and recovered really well afterwards.
Well guys, just finished out my first 50-mile run. I am absolutely amazed that these people can do 100 miles. It was very humbling for me to pace these incredible athletes who can do 100 of these miles instead of just 50 like this poor schmuck here. But I'm still pretty proud of it, so woo! Let's do hard things.